Okay. So this first one, calcium is a metal. O is not a polyatomic ion, so it's simple. Just calcium oxide. Number 2, barium is a metal, so this is an ionic compound. So I name the metal and then the polyatomic ion. This is really hard to see, so be patient. Okay. Number 3, this starts with an H, so it's an acid. I need to know the name of this polyatomic ion. That's perchlorate, so that becomes chloric acid. All right, this is a metal, copper, and a polyatomic ion. This metal is a transition metal, so I have to include the charge. So this is copper acetate, and I'll leave this for a second. So I take that there's one acetate, I multiply it by its charge, which is -1. There's one copper, so all that reduces to 1. Okay, magnesium is not a transition metal, but it is a metal, so it's easy. Magnesium hydroxide. I don't need to include this 2 anywhere because we already know magnesium is a +2. Number 6, ammonium hydroxide. Well, I guess I should work through. This is a non-metal, but NH4 has its own little rules. NH4 is ammonium. And then I name OH, which is hydroxide. All right, we have a metal that is not a transition metal, and we have a polyatomic ion. So we have sodium dichromate. Now, we never include prefixes with metals if there's a metal, except the dichromate, that's part of its name. So that is the only reason why we have that here, there. All right, a metal that's not transition metal and a non-metal is just aluminum phosphide. All right, cobalt. It is a transition. Oh, sorry, it is a transition metal, but it's one that we know the charge. It's a +2, so I don't need to worry about stating its charge. It's always that. So cobalt. And then NO2 is nitrite. All right, let's see. TiP4, erase. This here. TiP4, transition metal. So I'm going to have to state its charge. This is titanium. And then I have phosphide. And then I need to do some math. So P is a -3. I take the -3 times the 4 that there are of them. That equals -12. I take the absolute value of that and I divide it by the number of first atoms, which I'm pretty sure it's almost impossible to see. I'm pretty sure it's a 3. And that equals a 4. So this is titanium 4 phosphide. All right, barium is a non-transition metal, but it is a metal, barium. This is phosphate. Okay, 2 non-metals, these are easy. It's phosphorus. And then 3 iodines is triiodine. Triiodine, if you want to get rid of both. One of the i's is fine. But typically we call it triiodine. All right, ZnO, zinc is always known as a +2, so it becomes very simple zinc oxide. Mercury, transition metal, so I have to state its charge. Mercury fluoride, then I think that's a 2, so I take a 2, I'll do it over here, times the charge, which is 1, that's a 2, and I divide it by the number of 1 things, that's 1. So mercury 2 fluoride. NH4 has its own rules again. All right, we have ammonium and then oxalate. NO2 is not called nitrite because there's no charge here. In order to be nitrite, you would have to have a -1 up here. So I just name it nitrogen dioxide. And then I2, that's just the element iodine. It has a 2 because it's polyatomic ion. All right, the next video we'll do the other half.